Okay, so Tony Hinchcliffe's whole show is shitting on guys who bomb. And this is what he's doing. So people shit on him, and Luis Gomez is like, "Hey, you can't do that." That's Tony Hinchcliffe's whole fucking life. That's his everything. Watching people bomb and then shitting on them. And this is what he does. And people are like, "Hey," and then he blamed the national anthem. He blamed nobody has a sense of humor. He's starting to look more and more like Neil.
A lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay. All right. Okay. We're getting there. Again, normally I don't follow the national anthem.
Right. It's the song's fault. It's not his fault. It's not a bad joke.
Gotta blame Francis Scott Key.
It's never his fault. But if he was if he was on Kill Tony and bombed with that joke, everyone would be like, "You stink," and he'd be like, "No, it's how about if some guy bombed on Kill Tony and he blamed the act before him or his song before him, or they brought me out to a bad song." I mean, he's such a fucking coward. It's unbelievable.
Meanwhile, the only floating island of garbage I see is standing right behind that podium.
Literally,
I've never found him entertaining at all.
Right now, yeah, I think it's called Puerto Rico.
Even Cumia doesn't stand by this.
Oh,
Cumia
shit.
is saying, listen to what Cumia said on Twitter. You can go there right now. And then Luis J. Gomez says, comedians piling onto Tony should be ashamed. We make jokes. That's what we do. Also, most of the comics talking shit are terrible comedians who don't actually work. Wow. You mean like Dave Smith, who works nowhere? And Luis acts like he's one of these like great comics that's like, has Luis ever been booked on a fucking national stand-up show? Has he ever been on TV as a stand-up? I don't think so. And all his friends are doing bigger and better things. He still does fucking gay shows with Zach Amico and Dave Smith. Literally, I mean, it's fucking pathetic. Here's Anthony Cumia. My take on the whole Tony Hinchcliffe story is I think Trump's people were idiots for adding him to the list of speakers, knowing that the Dems and the media were positioning Trump's rally as a Nazi hate gathering. Just handing them this kind of fuel days away from the election was a tremendously stupid move. Hispanics are a very large voting bloc. Trump has been getting great numbers from them. Maybe it blows over by election day, but not by pre-screening Tony's set, knowing what his comedy is all about. They dropped the ball here. Trump packing. Anyway.
Well, I kind of have to question that because that's coming from someone who wants Trump to win. Cumia is a huge Trump guy.
That's why I'm saying it. He's actually saying it's dumb for them. Usually he's dick riding everything they do. So he's actually saying it was a dumb move to not fucking screen the thing. To not say okay, what's your set gonna be?
I mean, it's probably apples and oranges, but it's like what a lot of my progressive friends said after Biden did that debate last summer, and he completely tanked on that one. A lot of them started.
He has dementia. Biden has dementia.
I don't know about the. I don't know about the.
No. We're not doing politics. We're talking Tony Hinchcliffe and Anthony Cumia. Anthony Cumia we don't do a political show. That's why I'm successful. So the point is, Tony Hinchcliffe's whole show is about watching people do stand up and then shitting on their set. So that's everybody's doing. And Luis J. Gomez is like, hey, he's just a comic telling jokes. That's what they do. Yeah, that's what people do on Kill Tony. And everybody shits on him, right? Right, Luis? Haven't you done that show, you fucking coward? Right, Rattlesnake? Anytime, any place, you fucking coward. What a fucking coward. That's what we do. We're comics. We tell jokes. You ever watch Kill Tony? You ever watch Kill Tony, Luis? That's what they do there. And everyone doesn't pay them that due respect. They shit on him. And that's what everyone's doing to your boy, Tony Hinchcliffe, who bombed. Everybody's talking about it. How'd that go, Lewis? You fucking bitch. Why don't you fuck another open micer?
And comics like
Go
him,
fuck another open micer, Lewis. That's what you do best, right? You can't get any gigs. Tommy Nicky ain't get you any gigs. He gets you shitty one-nighters. All your friends are doing theaters and arenas, and Lewis is like, hey, I did Skankfest. Give me a parade. What a fucking piece of shit. Do another gig with Dave Smith and fucking gay Jay Okerson.
And a lot of the comedians who would say criticize me for going after Hinchcliffe, like they'd have no problem piling on me if I ever had a bad set or did something or said something. They would have absolutely no problem coming after me. But I go after someone they like.
Comics are they're such cowards. You listen. There's not enough words for how cowardice they are. But Lewis is like, leave Tony alone. He's a friend of mine. He's a great man. He shits on open micers left and right, and people have a problem with his material. He's like, no, that's what he does. He makes jokes. Lewis YouTube special is 100% Karen jokes. So edgy. I know Lewis acts like he's this guy who's calling all the shots. Everybody in New York is afraid of him. He's one of the real pillars of the community, and whatever Lewis says goes. And it's like, Lewis, you're a nothing. You're a nothing, Lewis. Remember that. All your friends are doing great. Theaters, arenas. You're doing shitty gigs that Tommy Nicky gets you. God bless. And you're fucking open micers. But don't make fun of Tony. That's all Tony does. Shits on open micers. So to me, Tony's an open micer. So I'm gonna shit on him. That was an open mic joke. Didn't make any sense, really. He's coming into New York. He's not from New York, and he's shitting on Puerto Ricans at a big arena.
Rules for
at a political event. At a political event, he's shitting on Puerto Ricans. Isn't that, again, if the joke was great, that's one thing. It wasn't. And also, Puerto Rican jokes are hack. They're played out. Nobody does Puerto Rican jokes anymore in New York. It's so played out. I did them back in the 90s. Lewis, you fucking hack. Anytime, any place. Bring Fat Jay and bring your fucking gay Dave Smith. All three of them. I'll be by myself. Maybe with Jimmy Martinez.
And I did I listened to the whole set that Tony did. Like, it really wasn't that great. Like, in context, out of context.
But it's the national anthem's fault. It's not his fault. It's the national anthem's fault. No one can follow a song. Tony is trash, but Tom, he was selling Madison Square Garden after all the Pang Dang crap. You don't know how to get famous respectfully. Also, he runs an open mic, and he's friends with Rogan. It's nothing to do with his genuine talent. It's nothing to do with that. He runs an open mic. That's what it is. They shit on open micers. People are shitting on him. And now all of a sudden he's like, you guys have no sense of humor. Lewis is like, that's what we do. We tell bad jokes.